All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How is it going? I am Is There No One Else? In today's video, we are going to go over this post from Gina Bruno on the forums that came out today. They came out with a post talking about disbanding the class rep system. So yeah, I wanted to go through and kind of talk about it in light of my recent video and kind of piggyback off it a little bit and provide my thoughts. So yeah, let's read it and then let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. 4 years ago, we spun up the class representative program to help us focus on class feedback that mattered to the community and to make sure your voice is being heard. We looked to the community subject matter experts to make certain the main class concerns were being brought to light. Over the past couple of years, we found our original needs to have changed as the game and team have evolved. We have a very different dev team than we did when we first defined and launched this program. Outside of the individuals that currently make up the combat team, the way we collect and act on feedback has progressed and improved, and our goals for classes in combat have morphed, no pun intended, since ESO launched. This isn't to say we no longer are interested in feedback on combat, rather our goals for a program such as this one have changed. As such, we made the difficult decision to sunset the class rep program in its current state. We will be taking a step back to reassess the purpose of the program and to ensure we are bringing the most value for the team and all of you. We also need to ensure we are utilizing and leveraging the vast knowledge and feedback from the community in the most efficient way possible, and in return are more transparent in relaying information from the program out to everyone. We want to thank the class reps for being part of this integral program and the years of dedication. They have brought so much invaluable feedback and insights over the years, and having a knowledgeable group that we could trust has been vital to the growth and improvement of the game. Thanks for reading, and we'll let everyone know when we have any plans to share. So, before we dive into this video, I want to be clear on a couple things. I don't want anything to be misconstrued when I'm going to talk about this. Players that take time out of their day to donate free time towards the betterment of a community like the class reps have should be congratulated. You will never hear me say anything bad or negative about a class rep at all. And that's not what this video is. Any sort of critical thing, I want to be clear on this, that it's not directed at any individual people. But, YouTube videos, sometimes things happen. So, yeah, let's talk about this. So this class rep program, like Gina Bruno here is saying, has been around for 4 years now. And it came out with the original dev team. As you guys know, a couple years ago, the dev team changed. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have had different job switches and everything where you get into a new, you get into a new job and they had a traditional way of doing things and you do things a little bit differently. It doesn't mean it's bad. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It's just you do things your own way. And so this original class rep program was introduced with the original team. And since there's a new head of, balance and, combat compared to back then, it only makes sense that things have changed. And so I think, I talked about a little bit in my video yesterday. From my point of view, the way the class rep program is run now isn't the way it used to be ran. Like there used to be class rep notes that were posted like, hey, the class reps had a discussion about this class, and like the class reps would relay information. And it hasn't worked like that. Like the class reps aren't as well known as when they first came out. Like the only class rep that I really know of is like Nephis. And it's no disrespect to anybody else. It's just, like you could just tell with the new dev team that, it's not the way they were going about doing things. And that's not a bad thing. It's clear that class rep program wasn't going to be ran in the same way. And so it wasn't given the same attention. Class reps weren't, making posts on the forums and discussing things. And all the things I have to say in general are, it's not from firsthand knowledge. I've never been a class rep. I've never done that. It's just, you're in Discords, you talk to people. I talk to a lot of people, and I've heard rumblings. And this is just all hearsay and different things. And yeah, a lot of class reps I've heard have voiced their displeasure of being a class rep because they felt like it was just one of those lip service programs. Like, hey, we have a class representative program, but not really using it, And so that's what it's kind of felt like in general for the last couple of years. And so you guys know my stance on this. I think communication is extremely important. I think communication, especially in a game like ESO, when it's been going through some of the issues that it has, more communication is better than less. More transparency is better than less. And yeah, not having a class rep program at all is a step back in the communication department. But on paper, that's what it looks like. But honestly, they weren't really using it that way anyways. And so it makes sense to just, it's like, I'm trying to find the words for this analogy, but like, if you've ever been in one of those relationships where all of a sudden you just realize one day it's over, or like, you watch your friend going through one of those relationships and it's over way before they do, and then they finally come to the realization like, hey, what am I doing with this long term? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Feel like I'm going through the motions. That's what this entire like class rep program with this dev team has looked like. And so to no fault of the players or anything like that, or even of the dev team, the developers have changed. And yeah, the class rep program, the way it's currently constructed, is just, it just makes sense to really not exist. Like, I don't think anybody has been looking like, oh, where are the class reps, or what are the class reps discussing? What are they bringing forward? It's just, this hasn't worked that way, as a community member, kind of looking and paying attention probably more than most community members, because I'm on the forums, I read patch notes, I do try and stay involved. So yeah, I think this all makes sense. Hopefully they introduce something that brings forward more communication. And I wanted to kind of share this little thing, but it was brought up in my Discord a couple days ago that Rich Lambert, one of the developers for ESO, was in Bis Lobo's Twitch stream, and he was talking about the new hardware update. And so I was very, very excited about it. As you guys know, I play Xbox and I play PC, and I'm on PC right now because it works and Xbox doesn't. But I have every account. Like, I have so much stuff on Xbox. Like, if it worked as well as PC does, I would go back because I just have everything. I don't have to farm anything. I don't have to go through the hassle that I do on PC. Anyways, he was talking about updates for, the hardware updates for other platforms. And he said it's coming, I'll provide the screenshots that I took, but it said it's coming soonish. And that's not the point to bring up. Like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, it's right around the corner. That's not what this video is about. But I have to give credit where it's due. It's great that Rich Lambert went into a stream to talk about the progress of the game. And if you guys go back and watch the VOD, like I said, it was like 2 days ago. If you go back and watch the VOD, and I'm not gonna, it's not mine, but if you go back and watch, you see the chat like, thank you so much for communicating this to us. You see Bis Lobo like, thank you for telling us. We're really looking forward to this. Please keep us updated. And it's just, you can just tell, like it's just, the communication is extremely valuable for the community right now. It's extremely valuable because we are playing a game, and if you're playing on another platform that's not PCNA right now, it's struggling. It's not doing too well, and so having, hearing from the developer himself, like, hey, it's coming soonish, we're working on it, don't have a date yet, but it's going to take some time. Like that's good stuff to have, right? And so, yeah, the big thing is obviously they must have been thinking about this for a while, and they just decided to scrap it, and it makes sense. But yeah, those sorts of communications are valuable. It doesn't have to be via a class rep program. You can go into Twitch streams. You can do interviews with content creators. Hey, I'll volunteer myself if you guys want to get some information out. That stuff helps. It helps the community. It helps people know and make more informed decisions and not being left in the dark. Because being left in the dark is worse than not getting an answer. So yeah, that's coming into this video. Kind of short, sweet, to the point. Just kind of my thoughts in general. It ties pretty much in line with the video I did a couple days ago. So I figured I should get on here and talk to you guys about it. But those are my thoughts. Wanted to hear your guys' as well, of course. That's what these videos are for. Let's have a chat in the comment section. You let me know what you guys think. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day.